Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. All right, today I want to talk about parenting. And those of you who are not parents, you can just think about other people in your life that may have the same relationship to, which is wanting your children possibly to be different than how they are. So wanting any human being to be different than how they are. So first and foremost is, do we respect this person? When you love somebody, you want them to be happy. And sometimes you have to surrender and just trust that they'll find their way by a different route than what we may think is best. We're concerned because we love them. But being overly attached is the way that we take concern and turn it into worry instead of joy. Love is not a strategy to get our loved ones into behaving the way we think is right. You can't make anybody love you. So get in touch with what you love about them rather than what you want to get from them or how you want to change them. If you let go of thoughts that keep focused on what's missing in their life, just turn your attention to all the love that's there. When I get mad, lose my temper because I want things to be different than how they are, in some way I'm suffering, and I also might be confused in terms of the clarity of my thinking, because I forget that I don't get happiness that way. So I go from blaming and criticizing to having compassion and acceptance of the situation. In my heart, sometimes directly to another person, I may say, I'm truly sorry for any harm I may have caused you. I ask your forgiveness. So if you want to be happy, practice compassion. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. All right, so with that being said, today I want to share one of my favorite stories about the importance of shifting away from oneself to understanding what is the gift of, as they say in the Jewish tradition, l'chaim. There was one observant Jew who went to see his rabbi, the seer of Lublin, and the reason why they call him the seer is because he had psychic power. He could see. So he went to the rabbi's house to celebrate Shabbos, and the rabbi saw him and said, "Oh my God, you can't stay here. Death is in your aura. I'm sorry, but you can't be here for Shabbos." And the guy was like thunderstruck. What? I mean, if the rabbi says that he sees death in my aura, he's the seer, he must see it. But why is he sending me away? I don't understand that. But crestfallen, off he went. He was traveling on the road for a short time or a long time, whatever time it takes in these stories, and he came upon a group of Hasidim, the holy ones, the pious ones, on their way to celebrate Shabbos with the rabbi. And they saw him. They said, "Oh, fellow, you look so down, so forlorn. What's wrong?" He said, "Well, I went to visit the rabbi for Shabbos, and he said he saw the aura of death around me, and he didn't want me to stay. And so here I am, disconsolate, on the road." And they said, "Oh, well, listen, why don't you stay with us? I mean, if anything's going to happen to you, you might as well be with people who are going to help you." And maybe the rabbi was wrong anyway. So off they went, and on the way, they said to him, "By the way, you don't happen to have any money, do you?" And he happened to be wealthy. He said, "Well, I do." He says, "Well, let's stop at the tavern and have a little snifter of schnapps." So they stopped at the tavern, and they brought out the bottle, and they, "L'chaim, to life!" And they downed one. They're feeling pretty good. "Let's have another round." "L'chaim, to life!" And another round. And after 3 or 4 rounds, they were feeling pretty good. And then they ended up going back to the rabbi's house. And when they walked across the threshold, the rabbi looked at him and said, "What happened to you? I don't see the spirit of death around you." And then he said, "Well, I met all these Hasidim, and we stopped, and they picked me up, and they took me in, and we went to the tavern, and we had a couple of drinks, and we toasted to l'chaim, to life, and I came back here." He says, "You see, this is what happens. Sometimes not even the holiness of the rabbi can make a change in a person's destiny, but the community can. So you found the like-minded people, the birds of a feather, the vibe of your tribe, the satsang, the fellowship with the truth. And by toasting to life, they changed your whole trajectory. And here you are now, ready to celebrate Shabbos with us. L'chaim, to life." And so, my friends, I toast you. We don't have to be going to the rabbi's house on Shabbos. any moment, you can just take a deep breath and say, I'm so happy to be alive. L'chaim, to life. So to all of you, l'chaim. Don't forget this Thursday I have another lecture on Flourish. Go to my website and sign up for it. And then a week from tomorrow we'll be back again with the third series of the Good Vibrations class, Dancing the Four Quarters, and we'll discuss Karma Yoga. Hope you can join us. Peace.